Good day, Bermuda, and welcome. Today I am pleased to be joined by Jerry Khan and Onika Smith, two of our 2018-2020 Teacher Inductees, as we discuss the positive impact of the Bermuda Teacher Induction Program, also known as BTIP. The Bermuda Teacher Induction Program is a program which formally began in 1989. The program assigns mentor teachers to novice teachers for the purpose of providing individualized support, coaching, and professional development during their first and second years of teaching within the Bermuda public school system. This government believes training, mentorship, and professional development are part of the long-term vision to ensure that our teachers are supported and provided the necessary tools for their development. The foundation of this mentor program is built on a commitment to meet the individual and collective needs of new teachers entering the Bermuda public school system. Mentorship and training are a win-win deal for all stakeholders, students, teachers, and parents. And it has been proven that teachers who have the tools and skills they need will ultimately lead to improved learning outcomes for our students. As teachers, administrators, and leaders, we must be committed to providing a quality curriculum while ensuring that our teachers can effectively deliver that curriculum and improve overall accountability. In keeping with our commitment to Plan 2022, to enhance the quality of teacher practice and strengthen the professional learning, we have implemented more rigorous standards for the completion of this program. We have seen our inductees become more reflective and progressive during the duration of the program by taking time to document evidence of successful pedagogical practices. These practices were captured in comprehensive professional portfolios inclusive of video lesson analysis, instructional artifacts, and a reflective essay. These portfolios demonstrate how vital the Bermuda Teacher Induction Program is contributing to the success of the public school system. It has been proven to be effective as we have seen inductee teachers adapt to the challenges of the classroom, and particularly this year as we dealt with remote learning. The program also promotes teachers becoming reflective practitioners and is evidenced by what they produce in their professional portfolios, which is a requirement for the second-year inductees. Together, I believe that we can make our public school system best for our children, their parents, and ultimately for our country. I wish to extend my heartfelt congratulations to our 2018-2020 Teacher Inductees, Ms. Rashay Benjamin Nesbitt, Ms. Florence Brown, P5 class teacher at St. George's Prep, Ms. Jerry Khan, P2 classroom teacher at Paget Primary, Ms. Sarie Hines, art teacher at Delwood Middle School, Ms. Stephanie Hughes, reading teacher at the West End Primary, Ms. Raven Morris, P5 classroom teacher at Victor Scott, Ms. Fiona Newsom, art teacher at Gilbert Institute at West End Primary, Mr. Jordan Renfro, music teacher at Elliott Primary, Mr. Scott Simmons, social science teacher at Sands Secondary Middle School, Ms. Onika Smith, mathematics teacher at the Barclay Institute, Ms. Vanessa Taylor, science teacher at Cedar Bridge Academy, Mr. Martin Wolf, physical education teacher at the Purvis Primary. You are the teachers we need in our public school system, and your positive contributions to education are the change that is needed to continue to move education in the direction needed to thrive in the future. At this time, I want to welcome Ms. Onika Smith, mathematics teacher from Barclay Institute, and Ms. Jerry Khan, P2 classroom teacher at Paget Primary, to share with us their experiences in the program.
I will begin by a quote that I included in my reflective essay, and it states, "I have come to the conclusion that my teaching will never be perfect. It will never reach its full potential because growth is a continual process. These past 4 years have definitely not been the easiest, but as I reflect, I realize that I have definitely grown in the process and will continue to grow professionally in order to meet the needs of all students. When I completed my teacher certification in mathematics with the University of the West Indies, after years of dedicated service as a paraeducator, I transitioned to the position of math teacher at the Barclay Institute. And more so, I am proud to say that at the time I was the only Black Bermudian female teacher in the department. Pursuing a career as a math teacher has always been my goal, and I was ready to get in the classroom and share my passion for the subject. However, little did I know that I would become a mentee in the Bermuda Teacher Inductee program for the next 2 years. I was aware of the program, but did not see myself as a part of it due to my previous experience in the classroom. In saying this, I feel that Bermudians definitely need to know that this program does exist so that they can be prepared to be a part of it. However, I was blessed with 2 wonderful mentors. I started out with Miss Laurel Burns, and then Miss Jenna Bean eventually came in and was my mentor. I remember sitting in a seminar room at Cedar Bridge Academy along with many others who had decided to embark on this same journey, while our soon-to-be mentors encouraged and prepared us for what might lie ahead. I remember looking at the many requirements that needed to be completed within the 2-year time frame, which included a digital portfolio, and immediately I had many questions and worries running through my mind, wondering how in the world will I meet these requirements while teaching and also while being a mother of 2 young children. However, I soon learned something I had known all along, and that was I was not alone on this road. I am proud to say that last week I was part of the Bermuda Teacher Inductee ceremony and was inducted as a new teacher, having completed the program with distinctions. I had made it through my first 2 years of creating lesson plans, classroom observations, attending workshops, reflecting on practices, creating a digital portfolio, and teaching through a pandemic. On top of that, who would have thought that my final year of the Bermuda Teacher Inductee program, we would have had to deal with a worldwide pandemic. The sudden shift from a traditional classroom setting to remote learning had proven to be very challenging. Planning to facilitate learning in the classroom in and of itself can be very difficult. However, having to cope with my busy workload, ensuring that my own children were actively involved in their learning and facilitating learning for my students was definitely something that I was not prepared for. However, I know that I could not have made it this far without the support of the Bermuda Teacher Inductee program and its dedicated mentors. Being a part of this program has truly been an enjoyable and much needed experience. Though I had served in the education system since 2008 and had spent the previous year studying and completing my practicum, I felt that that was not enough. It was now time for me to build upon everything that I had learned in the past and apply it in the classroom. Being a part of this program has helped me tremendously and has allowed me to build on the foundation that was already set. My overall experience has exceeded my expectations. Additionally, having my own mentor was beneficial, and I feel that every new educator should be assigned one. Knowing that she was available was empowering. Whenever I needed advice, coaching, support, had a question, or simply wanted to vent about a situation, Ms. Bean was available and ready to assist in whatever way she can. Even though there were many requirements, they were all given specific timelines, which made it more feasible. I would always appreciate the times in which Ms. Bean would come into my classroom and then meet soon after to get professional feedback. The feedback always helped me in my next lessons. It should be known that mentors bring a great wealth of knowledge and wisdom to the table and are able to give mentees the strategies to navigate more efficiently and effectively in the classroom. One thing that I have noticed is that the unsolicited skill of a mentor is required to affect an atmosphere of reflection, and every mentee that comes out of this program leaves with the ability of being able to reflect upon concerns and build upon strengths. For me, this is one of the greatest gains from being in this program. Overall, I can say that I have become more professionally effective and confident in my teaching experience. I am thankful to God and to all the Bermuda Inductee Program mentor teachers for their contribution and dedication to education and for helping to ensure that we, the new teachers, have the necessary support and guidance to achieve success in the classroom. Again, I am grateful and I look forward to what lies ahead.
Good day, Minister, members of the press, invited guests, and viewers. I will begin by introducing myself, informing you of my educational background, and lastly, reflecting on the Bermuda Teacher Induction Program. My name is Jeree Can. From the young age of 5 years old, I knew that I wanted to become an educator, as I admired my primary school teachers, most specifically Mrs. Lisa Cease. I attended Somerset Primary, Sands Middle School, Mount St. Agnes Academy, Bermuda College, the University of Central Florida, and the University of Kansas, where I have recently obtained my master's degree in curriculum and instruction. I am extremely thankful for all of these educational institutions, as they have molded me into the educator that I am today by providing me with a wealth of knowledge that I use to meet students' needs and produce student outcomes. I am a third-year teacher at Paget Primary School. I have taught primary 2 for 3 years. As I reflect on the last 3 years as an educator in the Bermuda public school system, I can say that many facets of education came to me naturally, and others I had to learn with the guidance of my mentor, Ms. Laurel Burns. Firstly, I gained most of my current knowledge of education at the exceptional University of Central Florida. This institution provided me with stellar training in the areas of classroom management, how to effectively run a classroom, teacher ethics, how to uphold myself as an educator, and standards-based grading, which is the grading system currently used in the Bermuda public school system. As a first-year teacher, I used the knowledge gained about standards-based grading to assist colleagues and develop social studies skills with Mrs. Nicole Grant. The University of Central Florida undoubtedly prepared me to be an effective new teacher. However, there were many things that I was unsure of when I stepped foot into my primary 2 classroom. For example, I had no knowledge on how to administer reading assessments, conduct guided reading lessons, and teach an effective reading lesson to my students. It was in these moments where I felt overwhelmed and doubted my effectiveness as an educator. However, with the assistance of my mentor, Ms. Laurel Burns, she was able to provide me with the additional knowledge on how to improve in these areas. For example, Ms. Burns came into my classroom for many weeks to model these tasks, where I took notes and paid close attention, as I was determined to turn these weaknesses into strengths. I then executed the task of which Ms. Burns watched and provided feedback. Today, as a third-year teacher, I would consider myself proficient in these areas. Additionally, while in the Bermuda Teacher Induction Program, I was able to strengthen my skill sets in other areas such as formative assessment and summative assessments, as professional development opportunities were held frequently. Other professional development opportunities allowed me to connect with additional new teachers, of which I now have developed a relationship with. Through the Bermuda Teacher Induction Program, I was also able to shadow veteran teachers, which provided me with a unique opportunity to find out how other teachers work. While shadowing veteran teachers, I was able to adopt some of their ideas into my classroom, which also increased the quality of teaching and learning for my students and I. Lastly, the Bermuda Teacher Induction Program provided me with the opportunity to develop a portfolio which showcases my work as an educator and serves as a working portfolio which can assist me in growing and advancing in the education field, which is a desired goal. In essence, the Bermuda Teacher Induction Program is one that is not only imperative but beneficial for new teachers within the Bermuda public school system. Having a mentor means that there is someone to supervise and provide suggestions so that improvements can be made. Novice teachers can turn to their mentors for support. I will forever be grateful for my mentor, Ms. Laurel Burns. Through her guidance and support, I have grown leaps and bounds as an educator. Thank you to the Bermuda Teacher Induction Program.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. Thank you, Ms. Can, for your insightful feedback, and I wish you all the best as you continue to positively impact our students. And with that, I'd like to thank all 13 of the graduates of the BTIP program this year, so they can go on and continue to be productive role models for our students. If we were doing this live, I'm sure we'd have a standing ovation right now for what we've just heard. Some of the things that I have heard from you, it's just really heartwarming, and it really does show the passion that you have for what it is that you're doing. The fact that you have been in the system but then went from para to teacher is a testament of your resolve, and I thank you for that, Miss Smith. I keep getting these two confused. So for those of you who are considering pursuing the profession of teaching, I encourage you to follow your dreams, as Bermuda's children need passionate teachers that will push them to their highest to their highest potential, and your government will be there to assist you along the way as much as we can. Lastly, Bermuda, each of us has a role to play in stopping the spread of coronavirus. Follow public health guidelines, wear a mask, practice good hand hygiene, maintain physical distance, and download the We Health app. Do the research. Talk to your doctor and make an informed decision about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. And with that, I just want to thank you, Bermuda, for joining us today as we highlighted our BTIP program, which is reaping rewards for our students as we move forward with education reform. Thank you.